This is a batch of tutti frutti candy that I made sometime before Christmas. The colors are going to be green, lime green, and red. I have sped this up to 2x time so that it's not like a half an hour of watching me work. Anyway, I've already added the tutti frutti flavoring when it was on the stove coming up to temperature, which is 320 degrees. Pardon me. And now I'm adding the colors. I need a little bit more red there because I want to make a really thin red stripe so that it is mostly Kelly green and lime green with a thin red stripe. It's a very pretty color combination. Over this last Christmas, I made a lot of this color combo and the red, pink, and lime green color combo. The red, pink, and lime green color combo has very like Dr. Seuss feel to it, and these feel very Grinchy. Anyway, I had added the colors, mixed them in a little bit, and then I added the acids. I added citric acid and malic acid. Citric acid comes from citrus, and malic acid is the acid that makes green apples tart. So, and the combination of those two acids makes a good flavor. Anyway, I am snipping off the colors and putting them aside. I stick them in the oven. Pardon me, I'm getting over a cold. Stick them in the oven on a piece of parchment, and the oven is set to 215 degrees. So it's not hot enough to burn the candy, but it is hot enough to melt the candy. So it keeps it nice and warm, and it just melts and spreads out. Good grief. Anyway, now I am going to pull this main portion of candy here. It's hot. It's really hot. It's like 180 degrees. And even though I'm wearing 2 pairs of gloves in this video, well, in all the videos, I always wear 2 pairs of gloves because candy's hot. It's really hot. So I just pull this until it turns a nice shiny white. At some point, no matter how long you pull it, it's just not going to get any lighter. So just stop when it feels right. And at the end of this pulling, I'll give it a little taste test to make sure it tastes good. Just in case it needs more flavor or more acid or anything, even though I've got this down to pretty much science, especially with the flavor oils that I use on the regular. I just give it a taste test anyway because I want better safe than sorry. And believe me, if it's no good, I spit it out and I throw away the batch. Okay, that's off to the oven now, and I'll start making the stripes. And let's see, I get the green first, give it a couple of folds, and then start pulling it. And that's just to incorporate a few air bubbles to make it reflective. And you can see how that got really pretty and shiny. Cut that into, there's measurements along the edge of the mat, and so I can pretty much cut it in half relatively accurately. So that was the Kelly green, and now the lime green. Look how pretty that lime green is. Wow. Do the same thing, cut it in half, make 2 stripes. to your left, my right, there's a hot plate, and it is like a big catering hot plate, so you can put like 4 pots on it. It's just flat, and I've got a silicone mat on top of it so the candy doesn't stick to it. And sometimes I put a little piece of parchment over it, and that keeps the heat in so that the top of the candy doesn't cool off while the bottom of the candy gets melty. So here's the very thin little red stripe, and I'm just making one. Oh, apparently not. I'm making 2. And that little piece there is going to get snipped up. I just wanted to make sure that my stripes were really thin. So here's the main portion of candy. Snip that up. Taste test. Yummy. And now I'll attach the stripes. And what I'm doing is I put the Kelly green and the lime green right next to each other. And then I'll put the red stripe in between. And it doesn't matter if the stripes are a little wonky. You won't be able to tell once you start drawing it out into a rope. And that's what we're going to do right now. Make sure it's round, pull it out into a rope. And this was before Christmas, so I hadn't gotten my candy lamp yet. So, and the candy lamp is a game changer. It keeps the top of the candy warm. Because if the bottom of the candy is hot and the top of the candy is cold, when you try and pull it, you get these rips in the top of the candy. Oh, this is going to be a big one. Just keep rolling. But because my hot plate is only that big, I can only pull out so much of it at a time and twist it. So I think this is a 4-inch lollipop. Sorry about the sunspot. I realized that sunspot was right on my hot plate when I went back and looked at the video. It didn't occur to me when I was actually working. So I have since hung a curtain, like a valance, on that window so that I won't get a bright sunspot like that anymore. So I have a bunch of these to make out of this batch, so I'll just put some music here and maybe speed up the video if I can figure that out. Okay, so now I'm to the end of the batch, and I'm just gonna maybe make some minis and cut the rest up into bite-sized pieces. I'm not even sure if I'm going to make minis here. We'll see. I'm taking my time making it nice and swirly. All right, looks like I'm just going to chop it up into pieces. Tutti Frutti is one of my most popular flavors, so I always have a ton of this left over. Anyway, like, comment, share, and please subscribe. It helps my little business. Okay, I'll just put the rest of these into in a bag, and some of them I send out to customers, and the rest I just keep. Thank you for watching.